How does gratitude feel to you in general? Especially when we talk about gratitude, this practice used to be a little frustrating because quite often it was so generic. And especially when life gets tough, it was kind of difficult to be able to look at the positives. And just to settle in a little bit and explain why specific is to try to be as specific as possible, because when we're generic, it is very hard to feel it in our body, to truly embody the gratitude practice. So when we're like, oh, I'm so grateful to be alive today, it is great. But how 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 do we feel it? How do we truly embody that? So during the next 30 minutes, we will explore how we can practice being very, very specific with gratitude in order for our practice moving forward and in general to be as efficient as possible. And also, it will be quite helpful. So, the aim here is to give you a way to go inward and deep dive into how you can get specific with your practice. So when you have any other guide, even if the guide is generic, you can go deeper and you can make gratitude work for you, as opposed to just being just another practice that doesn't necessarily feel right, but we think, oh, we need to do it, so we're going to roll on with it. Okay. um, I'm just going to invite you to ground here a little bit. So I understand this practice is short and I want to get right into it. Make sure that you're in the most comfortable position that you can be. And sometimes I even invite people to take a mindful walk if you'd like to. The most important thing is that your mind can be at rest and focused on the practice. And we're going to take a few deep breaths at your own rhythm, just to settle in the room. Breathing in from the nose and breathing out from your mouth. Getting ready to settle for what I believe is the end of your day for most of you. Breathing in and exhale slowly but deeply. Arrive in this space, arrive in this moment, in this practice. One final deep breath here and a deep breath out. And whatever you landed in this moment, I like you to think about your day today and one specific thing you can be grateful for. And if today was one of those hard ones, perhaps it is something to do about the space you're in, or perhaps it is something to do with your body. And if you can pick one thing, starting with the day you've had, one thing, one beautiful thing that you can be grateful for. And hold on to that for a few seconds. What makes you so grateful for that? It can be an opportunity that opened up, or it can be something as simple as someone randomly smiling at you. And deep dive into what make that moment or that thing so special. What did it make you feel? What was so unique about it? What was the impact it had on your day? And it doesn't need to be something external. It can be the capacity for you to go for a walk, or even to have the opportunity to carve 10 minutes break where you'd usually have a super busy day. And when you hold on to that thing that you can be grateful for, that thing or that person or that moment or that part of you, I'd like you to be a little more specific with it. Why that? What makes it so light today? Or what gives it the texture that it had in your day that you are grateful for? That joy it sparked, the warmth in your heart. Or maybe it's the sense of belonging. Perhaps it is also the hope that it had given you. Or sometimes it can be as simple that it was just not another worry on your plate. And take a moment there to fully feel the gratitude. You can put your hands over your heart if it feels giving to you and surrender to this moment. Welcome to this practice. For those who just joined us, come and join this circle of gratitude where we're getting so specific about something in your day that you are grateful for. Dialing in from everywhere in the world, the US, Canada, different states. And I see gratitude as well for virtual support that made you feel safe. And I'm grateful for you today to show up for yourself as well. Grateful for us to be sharing this moment. Grateful to have this moment to unwind from a stressful day, indeed. I'd like you to deep dive another level now on what you've been holding dearly in your gratitude feeling. Beyond unwinding beyond the feeling of being supported and loved, what's the impact that it's making on you? How special is this moment that you cherish, and how can you expand it? Expand this love, expand this calm and peace that you're nurturing. Can you deepen it as you deepen your breath? With each inhale, having gratitude flow in your body. And with each exhale, putting out there a little bit more love and support to others. Get very specific with what it shifted in you as well. Has anything changed? When you were able to hold that dear moment? Notice how your state as well changes. And by state, I mean how you're feeling, your posture, how your mind expands, or simply how you can allow yourself to be in the present moment without having to worry about anything else but this specific minute. And I'd like you to continue in this journey of gratitude by shifting your focus on the space you're in right now. Without necessarily having to look around, but being conscious of what's surrounding you, whether it's a familiar space or whether you had to hide in a corner working late in the office. Just take this opportunity to hold on to something in the space around you that is or that can be meaningful to you, and you can be very specifically grateful for. And it might seem abstract, but that's where getting specific can help us ground a little bit more and a little bit deeper. It can be an overall gratitude for having a space to be and unwind. Despite all the worries, despite all maybe certain financial pressure that can be, or relationship challenges, no matter what can be a burden to you, in this space where you are right now, what can you hold on to with gratitude and why? Can it be something new that you have, or something old that has been gifted to you that you cherish? And having it around you brings soft and gentle memories of comfort. that we don't always take the time to remind ourselves of, but it's there, looking familiar in this familiar space. Or maybe it can be just the meal that is cooking and that you can't wait to be tasting after this practice, of course. What does it bring to you? What specifically about this space you're in right now are you grateful for? How deeply can you feel this gratitude? Is there anything that you have perhaps taken for granted because it has always been there? What can you pay a little more attention to? Breathe in this gratitude and breathe out to spread the love and the positive emotions that are flowing. Breathe in this gratitude and breathe out what might be the lingering tensions from the day that have been still holding on to you. Allow yourself to surrender to this environment, allowing you to show up for yourself. And finally, as part of this practice, I want to bring our attention to our bodies, the bodies that are holding us right now in this space. No matter where we are at in our health, in our goals, what's the one thing that we can be specifically directing our attention to regarding to our body and be grateful for? Personally, I mentioned the stranger perhaps smiling at you in the street or in the subway. I know it might be rare in New York, but I like to be grateful for the capacity for my face to draw a smile and perhaps change completely someone's day. And just as I say this, I have a smile that comes up and I'm grateful for it. What's something you can be so specifically grateful for? Perhaps is the fact that you were able to stretch. Perhaps there's a pain that the chronic pain that you carried for so long that was just less painful today. What did it allow you to do? How did it allow you to be? How did it allow you to be present for yourself and others in your body today? And And perhaps if you were not able to move so much, what did your eyes allow you to see? Get as specific as you can. Sometimes I just enjoy being able to just move around the space I'm in, wiggle around onto my favorite song. And those 5 minutes can make an entire difference in my day. And I'm so grateful for that, especially when I get my joints that get painful sometimes. And I don't get to enjoy that all the time. So, what's something you can be so specifically grateful for about your body? And hold yourself so dearly there. Breathing in gratitude. And breathing out all the tensions that might be reminded. Breathing in gratitude. And breathing out the love and support that you can send out to everyone sharing this practice with you today. Allow yourself a little bit more time here to be with your gratitude and process all these things we set our focus towards. Whether it's your day, whether it's the space you're in, whether it's your body, give yourself a little moment to enjoy the end of this practice. And take a final deep breath before allowing yourself to get back into the room and your body, allowing perhaps a little movement to join us back. You can stay a little longer if you'd like. And as you get back, it would be great if you could share anything, or if you feel called to share anything that came up during this practice. Was there something that was so much more overpowering than the other? Or perhaps you felt called to be grateful for something outside your space, outside your body. What did you feel called to be grateful for today? How specifically and how specific did you get with it? I am so grateful that you guys were able to make it today, that you were able to play an experiment with how you can get specific with something that can be as generic as being grateful for the space you are, and actually perhaps getting grateful for how comfortable that blanket made you feel, comfy and safe, and that it could mean the end of the day where you can unwind. This is how getting specific can really change everything. I am so grateful that this session could have made a difference for you, for your day. I'm so grateful that you were able to give yourself a little pat on the back as well and get back to yourself. I will be aiming to do more of these lives, more of these practices, and explore as well different textures that we can get to. And I will be releasing other tracks as well around gratitude on Insight Timer. So please do feel free to follow my profile. And also, any donation will be more than welcome to continue supporting these practices. There is no obligation, just for you to show up for yourself. I'd be so grateful. I'm so grateful to you. And the most important is that you keep showing up. I always say that gratitude is one of the best way to resilience.